You can't use one CV to all. If you want to use your receptionist CV to apply for all the jobs that you are looking for, we will not find you. Most of the time, immediately the CV comes. If we like the CV, the first thing is your LinkedIn. A lot of people have mastered coming to sell themselves and they are able to get through the door. But character is another thing altogether. People haven't realized that we have gone beyond the CV, we have gone beyond the qualifications.
Are there enough jobs that you are not getting people to occupy?
The lack of jobs is one part of the story, but the right fit scarcity is one of the critical things. It will shock you that currently you give people time for interview, they won't show up.
They don't show up. So beyond the CV, employers are actually looking for soft skills.
Sharp. It's about the soft skills. Because
soft
you
skills.
see, the technical can be taught, but the soft skills, I can't teach you to be punctual. We are looking for people who are emotionally intelligent.
How do I survive probation?
Mindset is everything.
So welcome to the God As You podcast. Introduce yourself to our viewers by telling us who you are, what you do, and what problems you solve in your professional life.
Thank you so much, Euclid.
Yes.
I like what you said about tell us what the problems I solve. Right?
The problems you solve.
Okay. One of the things I'll use to describe myself is Vera is a very passionate person.
Okay.
I am just passionate.
Passion
about
is
what
good.
I do. My boss will tell you that Vera is over passionate. In terms of career, I have a bit of a big title, which is head of human resource. But
Okay.
I see myself as the people servant.
Okay.
I'm there to solve people issues. So basically, this is who I am.
Okay.
As a people servant. I'm just there to serve.
Wow. Wow.
That's it.
How long have you been doing this?
11 years and counting.
Okay.
That I've served the people, and I have been
And you
the-
continue to serve the people.
continue to serve and be the people servant. Yes. So it's been,
How did you get thrown into HR? Was it something that you always wanted to do? How did the journey begin?
HR. No, it was really never part of it.
Really?
I think in my time, HR wasn't that popular.
Okay.
But this is how it began for me. It's a bit of a long story. I'll try and cut it short.
All right.
So I started with communications.
Okay.
I wanted to be in the media space.
Oh.
So I actually enrolled in an institution that did journalism. So I started with that. I mean, everybody was saying, "Oh, I speak well," you know, those things.
You do speak well.
But thank you. But then, you see, sometimes you start it and you realize that, no, this is just not for me. But then HR2 was not in the picture.
Okay.
When I got married and I needed to go back to school, now the university, I really don't want to mention the university that I wanted to go to was quite far, and I had just given birth.
Okay.
I also didn't want to wait because I felt like, okay, there's no time. So the university that was quite closer to me, I walked in there, asked for the courses that they did. They didn't offer communications.
Okay.
So I was like, no communications. I can't wait for another year or two for my son to
Yeah.
go. Let me just go back to school. They put the courses in front of me. I said, sales, lie, I'm not going to do that. So I think the only thing that resonated with me was human resource. So
Okay.
I picked up that course. So I just went in there that I just want a degree. Let me just go and do HR.
Wow.
That is how the story began.
Really?
That's it. So it wasn't that, hey, I'm passionate, this is a do and die affair. No. It just happened that I needed to just do a top up, go back to school. And HR was what I felt, okay, let me just go and do it.
Okay.
That is how HR started.
So when you started, the course, the first semester or the first few courses, how did you find it?
So I am that person that is a go-getter.
Okay.
I'm that person that I know that anything that I put my head to do, I would excel.
Okay.
That's just it.
Okay.
And one of the things that challenged me the most was that I was speaking to my husband. He was like, "Are you sure you'll be able to get a first class?" And I was like, "I'll put you to it." So yes, it's not all the courses that I found interesting.
Yeah.
But I was looking for that first class.
Right.
I was going to prove him wrong. So
Okay.
I was going all out for it. But then some of the courses that I was offering, I mean, it just told me one thing, that if you want to do HR, for me, that was one of the things. You should just have the trait of being a people person.
Okay.
And I am a people person.
Right.
So I think from the courses I was studying, having at the back of my mind that, this thing is for people. It's a people thing. I think I'll do well.
Okay.
So that was just it. It wasn't easy. Neither was it too difficult. I think the mindset of first class was the thing for me, coupled with the fact that I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So that was just it.
Blessed are the husbands who challenge us to produce first class.
I tell you.
That's interesting. So let's talk about faith, and then we will draw a synergy. I know you're a person of faith. So tell us your faith story. How did you find Christ? Where did you find Christ, if you remember? What's your story?
How did I find Christ? That was a long time ago.
Okay.
I really cannot remember, but back in the days, my parents were not the staunch kind of Christians.
Okay.
But it was one of my brothers that was a church person. And we would always follow him to church. At that point, we were very young. We didn't really even understand what was happening.
What was going on?
The fact that we'll follow him and he'll buy ice cream for us. So we would always follow him to church.
Okay.
So we started with the Catholic, then we went to Presbyterian. Then he's a music director, he's a music person. He pushed me into music.
Okay.
But I think the faith journey, I would say, started really actually when I went to Christ was during my SHS days.
Okay.
That is why I would say that I really, because at that age, you're a teenager, you know right from wrong.
Yeah.
So that's where it actually started for
Okay.
me. Aside the fact that we were just following him for ice cream, but that was where it actually started.
Okay.
So after SHS, I put myself into the body of Christ. I did a lot in church.
Okay.
One of the things was, now I don't do it again.
Oh.
I've tried to, but I don't do it again. I was singing in church. I sang for so many years.
Okay.
And later went into the theater, poetry, and this is what I've been doing. Like, that is just it for me. In church, if you ask me today, what do I really want to do? It will be music.
Okay.
Music is it.
We need to revive it. It's not too late.
I don't think it is. In actual fact, last week, my sister told me, I had a dream that you were singing. You have actually come out with an album.
Oh, wow.
I just laughed over it, but music is me.
Yeah.
It's always been music.
So it's there. We just need to.
No, it's there.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah. So
It's there.
it will come up again. So let's blend faith and work. Being a person of faith, how has that led you in how you conduct yourself at work? How you strive for excellence. What role really does faith play in your professional life?
Everything about me, I would say, is God. Everywhere I actually find myself, I would say it is God.
Okay.
And one of the things I tell people when I get the opportunity to speak to them is that you have been employed for a job. And Bible tells us that whatever you find your hands to do, you do it well.
Right.
So why would I pay you and you come and sit and not work?
Okay.
I always tell that story. And honestly, Euclid, especially when I'm speaking to the youth, I always say that hard work doesn't kill. It grows you.
It grows you.
At a point in my life, I was a bit frustrated with sometimes the jobs that are being, like it keeps coming. You keep doing it and they keep bringing it. But I recently had a shift of mind. I said, you know what? Because when you think that way, it frustrates you. the more. But when you have the mindset of hard work, it doesn't kill,
It doesn't kill.
but it grows me better.
It makes you better.
And even in terms of, let's come back to the faith and work in general. I think that sometimes we as Christians, we kind of confuse the two.
Okay.
We talk a lot about, there are no jobs. There's no job for us to do. But you give people jobs, and sometimes people will call in and say that they are going for prayer, whatever. Yes, Bible says there's time
For everything.
And a hand that does not work should not eat.
Yes.
Right? So how on earth are you given that opportunity? And believe you me, most of the time there are thousands of people out there that need that opportunity.
Right.
So if you have been given that opportunity, why do you abuse it, misuse it? In actual fact, you see, I can get you in there by your CV, whatever it is, come and wow me during the interview. But it is character. And character, we can connote it with the faith.
Right.
That is what will sustain you, character. And I think when we look at the character of Christ and we use it in terms of our workplace,
Yes.
to a large extent, we will excel. I think everything that we go through is actually faith-based. Maybe we just don't
That's true.
put it side by side.
I agree.
So, yes.
Let's stay on character. How much of a character problem do you encounter in the everydayness of your work?
You see, Euclid.
Okay.
You know why I'm laughing?
Tell me.
Should I say it's every second?
Oh, no.
Like,
Oh, no.
am I
Is that
exaggerating?
bad?
It's that bad.
Really?
Let me go back to the recruitment phase.
Okay.
Where, because of AI,
Yes.
you push it in. I am blah, blah, blah. You put, and everything comes up for you in terms of your CV. And CV is what you use to sell yourself because I don't know you.
Yes.
The only way I will pick up your CV is when I see that what I'm looking for is in that CV. Then I give you the opportunity to come and sell yourself.
Yes.
And really, a lot of people have mastered their coming to sell themselves.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
So they sell themselves and they are able to get through the door. But character is another thing altogether. But I think that it goes back into the schools.
Okay.
Yes. And I was very happy when my son in GHS told me that one of the courses now that have been introduced in school is leadership.
That's great.
We as employers, me as an employer, I do recruitment all the
Yes.
time because of the kind of thing that
Yes.
I do. I think people haven't realized that we have gone beyond the CV, we have gone beyond the qualifications.
Okay.
We've gone beyond that. It is these soft skills.
Soft
that
skills.
The character comes in. I want to look at somebody who is punctual. Somebody asked me, how are you able to tell? I give you time for it. It will shock you that currently you give people time for interview. They won't show up.
They don't show up.
Either they don't show up or they'll go like, I had traffic. My place is far. I have traffic. But then
For the interview.
you actually ask, what time did you leave the house? You know how your road is like.
Yes.
You factor all these things. Some won't even call that they are running late. They will just not show up. Or they'll show up, no apology, and expect that you speak to them. This is where we can pick some of these things up. Punctuality, I'll go beyond that, is also where, you see, like I'm saying, it's not just about the CV or the qualifications anymore. And I'll streamline it to the technical ability.
Yeah.
We've moved beyond technical ability, A1, like
Okay.
I was striving for
Yes.
first class.
Yes.
You get that?
Yes.
But it's about the soft skills.
The
Because
soft
you
skills.
see, the technical can be taught. I can teach you. But the soft skills, I can't teach you to be punctual. It will take a bit of time. Employers want to see people that they can trust.
Okay.
They want to see that when I put this in the hands of Kofi or Amma, she will deliver.
Okay.
I know there are a couple of people in my office that when I give work to them, and I don't even have to oversee.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to bed. They might not even deliver as perfectly as
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
But you know that they'll get it done.
That is what we are looking for. We are looking for people who are emotionally intelligent, because so many things happen in the workplace. We are looking for people who are adaptable, because changes will come. I mean, AI, whoever thought? Are you ready to adapt, or you have the mindset of
Born before computer.
This is how we used to do
Yeah.
things. I can't change anymore. We are looking for people who can communicate. Because really, I'll give you a very classic example. You can have somebody who technically and everything, the person is good, and if the person is like a head of department material.
Okay.
If you're head of department material because you are technically good, now the issue is a head of department, you have to be managing other people. If your comm skills are not good, how do you manage the people?
Oh, so technically, you've got it.
That's it.
But it demands more than just...
It goes beyond that. And that is where leadership comes to play. Because it's not everybody that is technically good that can be a good leader. It's two very different things. There are people who might not be technically there, but in terms of leadership, they are there. So basically what you have to do is to look for the people who are technically good to support you as a leader in that position.
So beyond the CV, employers are actually looking for soft skills.
Sharp.
They're looking for emotional intelligence. They're looking for people who can adapt.
That's it.
So let me ask this question. Are there enough jobs that you are not getting people to occupy because they don't have these soft skills?
To a large extent, I think that the lack of jobs is one part of the story.
Okay.
But the right fit scarcity is one of the critical things.
Really?
Right fit. That's just it.
So there are jobs that you are having difficulty finding the right people.
Euclid, you don't want to know.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Because people are asking for job opportunities all the time. But what you have identified is they don't have the character for it.
They don't.
Because if you are showing up late for an interview, then you are not getting the job.
No. In actual fact, that people, I can tell you, there was somebody that showed up at my office with slippers. It's not no disrespect to blue collar job. You see, you are dressed by the way you look.
Yep.
There are people who even walk in there with very unkempt hair. Yes, I know that now currently there are so many hairstyles and stuff that people
But appearance matter.
Appearance matter. I mean, we have now, HR will say inclusivity, diversity, and all those things, but there's a way
you
to
show up. Yes.
And even depending on the kind of organization, I know there are organizations that will never accept people with colored hair because that is their thing.
They have a culture.
That's their culture. There are people who don't mind. So what kind of research have you actually done on the organization to show up that way? So I'm not taking them out of the job market. I mean, some of them who have the 2 peers. I mean, there are some people who dress it, but ask about the organization and look the part. Right. So as for the job scarcity, I'm not going to deny that. It's there. But the culture fit or the fit scarcity is where the problem is. We don't have the right fit to be able to occupy the positions. And really, I mean, to be fair to these people out there, it's not always a problem with them. It's just about, let's go back to the curriculum. What you learned in school and what you're actually practicing is two very different things.
True.
Now we come out of school with a theory.
Yes.
Now you are expected to automatically be molded to fit into a particular organization. That just doesn't work. And unfortunately, sometimes you can have organizations that might groom you for that by giving you opportunities for internships. But ask me, how many organizations have that space or have that curriculum to groom people like that to be able to be better fits for that organization?
Yeah.
So it's not just the people who are the problem. It cuts across.
Right. Let's stay on the recruitment. So, like you said, people have mastered the art of selling themselves through their CVs. How much of that has affected, as a recruitment firm, your ability to find the right people? Because I know now you do background checks, social media checks. But when you go on social media, for example, the kind of things you read about people the kind of status they have put up on LinkedIn, how much of that do you see, and how has that kind of saturated the market, when you are doing recruitment?
This issue. So, yes, especially when you go to LinkedIn, where usually, professionals are. It's a platform where people are able to sell themselves. But I don't know this trend of people trying to project themselves as people that
They are not.
Now, interestingly, when you are a recruiter, you have the license and everything, and you're looking for specific people with specific qualifications. You type in, and people with specific titles will pop up.
Okay.
Because you're looking for that kind of person. But then you call the people in. Sometimes you actually, to be honest with you, sometimes you're actually scared. Because when you sit, I've forgotten some of the titles. Like, sometimes I ask, hey, is this person actually not even higher than me?
Yes.
But you call the person in and you begin to have a conversation. I usually will term my interviews as a conversation.
Okay.
Because that's how you're able to get the best out of the people.
Right. You settle them and you get them talking.
You get them talking. So I will fish you out. Because the kind of titles they put on themselves and the conversation you have with them, it's worlds apart.
Oh, goodness.
We have what we call personal branding, and it's very important.
Right.
But does personal branding mean that you should lie to people or on things you can't do, but you say you can do it? You can do it. And it brings me back to, you see, the CV will bring you into the door. And sometimes some are very smart. They are able to talk through the CV.
Okay.
They'll go, for the lack of a better way, they'll go and chew the baba.
For the interview.
And come and wow you.
Okay.
And even sometimes where you feel that the pay grade that the person is supposed to be, the person comes to come and confuse you such that you want to actually top up.
Wow.
But then the person starts work and you begin to question yourself as a recruiter and go like, what did I miss? Yes, truth. Even you can go through the assessment whatsoever. Yes, we as recruiters, it doesn't mean that we are always right in terms of hiring the right people.
Yes.
Sometimes we can make some of the mistakes.
Okay.
But really, I don't know whether is this thing about fake it till you make it thing that I just don't get it. You give them the job. You don't want to know. I've had clients call in and they are so and sometimes it's as if you didn't do your job.
You didn't do your job, yeah. Is this the best you could find for us? Meanwhile, the interview was a different story.
I'm telling you, the person would wow you for. Sometimes you even feel that, hey, this person is actually more intelligent than you know.
Right.
So yes, I think people should groom themselves. When we say actually personal branding, it's basically about now. Actually, when we as recruiters we are looking for people, we actually go through what you post on social media, what you comment on, your comments and everything, depending on the organization.
Really?
So now one of the first things we go look out for when you send your CV through is we go and check your profile.
Okay.
We want to know who you are. We want to know what you post. It tells you whether the person can actually even fit into
A certain kind of environment.
Exactly.
A certain kind of culture.
So when I say personal branding, it's about who are you if I am not watching or not in the work. That is, to a large extent, informs who I'm bringing into my organization.
Okay.
So if you're talking about that one, that's okay. But when you're faking the titles whatsoever, come on. Come on. So it has now made the job of we as HR people, recruiters, quite tough.
Difficult.
But thank God there's experience.
Yes.
There are also other ways to be able to get the people. And like I'm saying, now we are looking beyond the CV whatsoever. I mean, they felt they could outsmart us. So now we are also trying to look beyond this and look at the other factors.
Right.
So that we can make those informed decisions.
Interesting. So if you go on to, if somebody sends their CV, you check out their socials, what are some of the things that will disqualify them?
I don't know whether this is a platform that I can say some of these things, but in order not to sound biased, but I think what a lot of employees fail to think about is the fact that if I employ you, let me use God as CEO as an example, into God as CEO, you automatically become the brand ambassador for God as CEO.
Definitely.
Now, when I come to your profile, I need to check whether what I am seeing about you actually resonates with God as CEO.
Beyond the qualification.
Exactly. God as CEO automatically is a Christian institution. Yes. Now, what are you saying about Christians? Or are you that in as much as you're Christian, are you talking down on other religions?
Right.
These are some of the things I'm looking out for.
Yes.
I'm looking out for if your looks actually.
Okay.
Is it in line with my values as God as CEO? So these are some of the little things. When we go there, we go and check.
So your daily regular post could get you in the door or shut the door on you.
It can. And that's what people don't know. It can. Like I'm saying, sometimes, most of the time, immediately the CV comes. If we like the CV, the first thing is your LinkedIn.
Okay.
First thing is your LinkedIn. Then we go to the other social media handles to check the other things. But
Okay.
the first thing is LinkedIn.
Okay.
Just to see before we actually call you in for interviews. I mean, from what I have done so far and from my colleagues and all, it's the same story for all of us.
Let's flip the coin on that. So for an entry-level person, or let's say any professional who does not think this social media thing is for them, how much are they losing because they don't have a presence?
They are losing a lot, including myself.
You're already the boss.
So social media has come to stay.
It has.
And to be honest with you, there are a lot of people who are doing fantastic things.
Okay.
But they are not in the public eye. So who gets to know you?
Who gets to know?
I mean, look at the way TikTok is selling people's stuff. So whatever we are going to do, we can say that some of us, we are old enough for. But that is what is actually going to
has become a part of us.
Yeah. I want to see sometimes when you actually apply for a job and I go to your LinkedIn and you don't even have a picture there. Sometimes I even want to put a face to the picture.
Yeah, visualize who this person is. Yeah.
And with the way jobs are quite scarce and LinkedIn and other social media platforms are where now you see a lot of job postings. If you are not there, then who will find you?
You're losing out.
Exactly. You can be on top of the hills and be praying and praying and praying. But you see, God, I don't know why people sometimes twist this faith journey where they feel it's just about the prayer. That's why God has also given you wisdom.
Yes.
He's given you that wisdom. So I want a first class, but I'm going to pray and fast so that it will appear on the paper.
And not read my books.
How
It doesn't work that way.
It's the same. You see, looking for a job is a job on its own.
It is. Yeah.
Tell yourself in a day or in a week, I'm going to do about 4, 5, or 10, 20, 30 applications. It's a whole job on its own.
Yes.
Now, if you sit in your comfort zone or in the house and say, as for me, I'm not a social media person, how are you then finding the jobs? Because a lot of the job boards now are now putting their jobs out all over social media.
That's right.
How then, if you don't have a presence there, how the likelihood, unless you have an uncle or somebody in high places, but if you're
There's
like
a family
me,
chest. Yeah.
if you're like me, that doesn't have anybody anywhere, then I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to, still talking about recruitment. If you sat down with a graduate who is trying to make their first approach at getting a job, what are some of the key things you want them to pay attention to right from the onset, even before they send out their first application?
Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier, the first thing to sell yourself is the CV.
Okay.
I think we've spoken about the personal branding, whatever it is, but it's the CV. The CV is what is going to sell you because I don't know you.
Right.
Now, we have moved from people, you and I, sorting out CVs.
Okay.
It's now an algorithm,
Oh.
which we call the applicant tracking system, that most people use to sort out CVs.
Okay. So the period, the times when you had a stack of CVs and you had to go through them manually is gone.
It's gone.
Nobody does that.
No.
Okay.
We are in a high-tech world.
So AI can actually disqualify you.
I'm telling you. So most recruitment organization or HR consulting firms like myself, we have the applicant tracking system, which most organizations now have built into. And that is what sorts the CVs. Now, people feel that, or sometimes I get it when people say, I've applied and I'm not getting, nobody's calling me.
Yes.
You can't use one CV
Multi-purpose.
to apply for all jobs.
Please say that again.
You cannot use one CV to apply for all jobs.
Okay.
It's not possible.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you why. Because it's not a manual sorting of CVs, it's an algorithm. What people, I'm going to give this to your viewers for free.
Please help us. Please help us.
So when we put the job ad there, let's say, for instance, LinkedIn, usually you see the job descriptions there, right? Now, you have to, you the applicant, when you go through the job description, now you pick your CV, and some of the keywords you see in the JD, you use it to build your CV.
Oh.
This is what happens. When you use it to build it, because it's an algorithm and it's identifying what is here and what is here,
right,
the chances of you coming to the top is high.
It's high.
So me as a recruiter, I'll find you early.
Okay.
This is what it is.
Okay.
So if you want to use your receptionist or something CV to apply for all the jobs that you are looking for, we will not find you. I've forgotten the statistics in terms of in my organization, the number of job applications to the people who actually stand out because they did what they are supposed to do.
They did the right thing.
So people, I'm not getting the job. How come?
I keep
These
applying.
are some of the things. So as a fresh graduate, this is one of the things for you. You don't use one to apply for
Tailor
jobs.
your CV to fit.
That's just it.
The recruitment post.
Aside that, there's a way that now CVs are supposed to be presented.
Okay.
Sometimes you look at some people's CVs and God should forgive me, I will throw it out.
Yes.
I'm just being very honest.
Yes.
Because you have thousands of applications. So anything that you see, you just...
Yes.
So even the presentation, some people add... now adding age is not necessary.
Okay.
Adding your house address is not necessary.
Okay.
Yours is to add the LinkedIn, your URL of LinkedIn. your email address, a brief summary about yourself.
Okay.
And it actually has a format. CVs actually have a format in
Okay.
which you're supposed to present your lettering. The way it is even arranged is one of the things we look out for.
Wow.
So as a fresh graduate, when you're looking for a job, that is one of the things that you have to pay attention to.
So now let's step away from recruitment. Now we've been recruited. We've gotten into the job. The first 90 days. What are some of the things that, as an employee, as a newly recruited, person, I should be doing in these 90 days? What should I focus on? Because I'm on probation. How do I survive probation?
For me, I always say that when you enter into the doors of a new job or you are there to intern, mindset is everything.
Mindset is everything.
Mindset is everything. Even those of us who have kind of advanced in our career, is a mindset.
Okay.
Is everything. So you come in there, probably you studied science, but I've put you in recruitment department. Mindset. Somebody will say that, but this woman, I am a science student. Why are you putting me at recruitment? Gone are the days where we were boxed and say that this is what I studied, so this is what I want to do.
This is all I can do.
Listen, there are a lot of people out there that currently are not doing what they actually studied.
Okay.
And sometimes, that's what I'm talking about mindset. Sometimes you actually find yourself in it and you realize that you love what you do. I, for instance, started off as a typical HR journalist. When I entered Jobberman Ghana, honestly, when I say this, people get shocked. I don't like public speaking.
Really?
Interestingly.
Okay.
I get that a lot.
Okay.
And I don't know what my boss saw in me. But there was a webinar she was supposed to speak on. And she was like, no, I feel that this is your thing. So maybe she might have seen something. I give 1,000 and billion excuses why
it should not be
shouldn't
you.
be. I had just entered and I'm not a public,
Yeah.
But she pushed me to go do it.
Okay.
Interestingly, maybe in a year or 2 or 3 to come, I think I want to go into L&D. Because from there, then I started picking up a couple of training stuff.
Okay.
Especially from the Happy Project on the soft skills and stuff.
Okay.
And I realized I loved it. And one of the days I sat and I asked myself, who is Vera actually? Look, sometimes people are frustrated because they are not sure about their path. But sometimes it finds a way to come.
Yes.
I realized even sitting in the office and doing my normal HR duties was not fulfilling me.
Okay.
It was rather the trainings, and after the trainings, when the young people come to you and they are asking questions, I like what you said about this. This is what, or somebody gives you a call, thank you for doing this for me. The impact.
That brings you fulfillment.
So imagine the mindset of, I am not a public speaker. I blocked it.
Yes.
Those opportunities would have passed me by, and I wouldn't have known that I actually could do something in L&D. That's what I'm talking about, mindset.
Okay.
So as an intern, when you get in there, you're put here.
Yeah.
Whatever you're put to do, you just do it.
Embrace everything that is thrown at you.
You can pick a career out of it.
Yeah.
I remember I would never forget this lady. I don't want to mention it. She came in as an intern.
Okay.
She didn't study recruitment whatsoever. I said, you will enter the organization and you actually think the lady is a permanent staff.
Wow.
I'm telling you. The way she carried herself, the way she will speak to customers, the way when you give her the job, she is up to it. And also, aside that, Ghanaians, we have this thing about, is the work for your father? Why are you doing it as if? Why are you doing it as if? After all, how much are they paying you?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, mindset. And in addition to mindset, you should always enter a place with a goal. What do I want to achieve here? If you ask me, what I want to achieve in Jobberman is that I want to put it at a certain level or I want to be there and be remembered that during my time, when I was here, this is what I did.
Right.
So what goals are you coming into the organization with? The goal is actually going to help you to put in everything you have. to be able to get to. Maybe it's like a stepping stone for
Yeah.
you. So mindset, what goal are you coming in with? It helps you when you're given a task. That goal will help you to. Let me try and complete it because
Let me try and figure it out.
This is what I came.
Yeah.
With. I've had one or two when there were spaces. Like I'm saying, most of the time the interns that they have been retained because of their mindset, the goals they came.
Right.
Aside that, sometimes when they come in, especially when you have a culture like where I am, it's a very free culture.
Okay.
And sometimes you feel that you're co-equal.
People
that's
forget.
the mistake people make.
Right.
But then, don't every organization has a bit of its negatives
Yes.
whatsoever. Know the goal you came in with and don't join the others. Yours is I'm here to grow. I'm here to learn. I'm here to tap into the rich resources that are around me. And you
focus on that.
That's it. Focus. So your mindset, the goal you come in, your goal. Even me as somebody who has grown a bit in my career, it doesn't matter the level that I am. But if I don't have these things in terms of these character traits, these soft skills whatsoever, I don't think that anybody would want to work with you.
Right.
It's about the focus. It's about putting your hands to the plow. It's about the delivery, the consistency, the discipline. For me, life, two things: consistency, discipline. That's it. For me, that is the road to the success.
Break it down. Consistency and discipline.
God.
Aside God, yes.
Aside God. Because you can get a foot in there, or maybe favor fall on you, you are there. Consistency, discipline. When I give you that task, how are you able to deliver it to me? Do you give me excuses? Are you always looking for ways or always looking for excuses not to complete tasks? How disciplined are you in terms of your time, your punctuality, how you even manage the people around you? I am a typical disciplinarian. It's not me. I think it's the nature of our job.
Okay.
Where when it comes to play, we are playing. When it comes to work, it's a different ball.
We need to keep the order.
That's just it.
Yeah. Talking about mindset, especially let's speak to the public sector. Because that's where we see a lot of this is not my father's business. I have personally been advised during my national service where I was working late in a government institution, and an elderly man called me and said, this is a government job. If you finish it today, you will not get work to do tomorrow. So you have to expand it, prolong it, leave some to rot so that the job continues. This kind of mindset, how do we retrain our people? How do we rewire, our people to understand that you are working as unto the Lord? That comes first. So whether your boss is present or not, your God is present. And so you have to change, that attitude.
That's a big one. I think I will go through the systems route.
Okay.
Because it actually starts, if, let's say we are streamlining it to public service. And believe you me, most of these public organizations don't have systems. That is why sometimes people, same Ghanaians who had lackadaisical attitude towards work, they go abroad.
Yeah.
And they do clock work. Why? Systems. And even aside the system, the first thing for me, leadership.
Okay.
People emulate their leaders. If you're a leader who says that 9 a.m. management meeting starts and you get there at 10, will the people take you serious?
No.
Everything is leadership. Like I'm a firm believer of leadership being everything.
The leader models the way.
That's it. Because if you know that your boss will be in the office at 9 or in the boardroom at 9 a.m. for the meeting, would you be late?
No.
So it starts from the leader.
The leader.
Aside that, what systems have you put in place?
Mm-hmm.
You see, leadership also, must be such that you are not working in the system, but you're working on the system. On the system, it means that all the time you're working to make it right.
Okay.
So even when that is the culture of the lateness, but then you keep working on the system. What measures are you putting in place to make sure that people are coming? So come back to the public service. Who is the leader? The leader say A, he does B. It means anybody can do anything.
Right.
When the rule is this, does he bend the rule for some people, or it is a rule all of us have to? In actual fact, is he emulating that? And they look at it to also be able to be put in shape.
Okay.
So for me, let's start from the leadership. Then after that, the system. And then you realize that to a large extent, yes, it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was talking about this AI and everything.
Yes.
I mean, when you take it to public service, I mean, a lot are used to the manual kind of work whatsoever.
Yeah.
But then does that mean that we can't move forward? Now you can see that the DVLA systems have been automated and all that, making. I mean, people
gradually will get there.
But it took a leader to make that decision that this is where we want to go to. And it's working.
Yeah. That's true. This morning I was listening to an interview on radio, and the guest said the guest was asked the question, AI is taking our jobs, so what do we do about it? And then the guest's response was, AI is going nowhere, so learn to work with it.
If you ask me, yes, AI will take over a lot of jobs. But you see, I'll push in everything for AI to answer for me. What people don't know is that interpretation. So I'll put my problems in there. So a month ago, I made some people do some presentation for me.
Okay.
It was a role I had candidates apply
Okay.
for. They are done. I made them do a presentation because I know that they won't put it into ChatGPT or the other ones and come and give to me. So I was like, okay, I like the presentation. So I gave everybody a 30-minute slot.
Okay.
Come and present for me. Those who just went to do the ChatGPT and didn't find time to go through it and give me, say, I found them out. And I told them point blank, I said, I don't have a problem with you using AI. We all do use AI. It makes the work very easy. Interpretation.
Okay.
That's it. And for instance, my role as an HR person, does HR have feelings? When I put anything, maybe there's a staff who is sick, he's hardworking, I still want him more. If I put it inside, AI will tell me what it is, but that feeling,
it's missing.
It can't. So yes, it will take over a couple of jobs.
Yeah.
But not everything. For me, I don't think we should be scared. It is rather enhancing the job and making the work easy.
Yeah.
But the key word here is
interpretation.
That's it.
When it comes to salary negotiation, it almost always looks like a make or break conversation.
Yeah.
How should we approach it?
From my years of experience, I would say that most organizations that we have, what they usually do is that when you come in and mention a certain salary, they have their band already.
Right.
But you realize that most of them, because you've probably mentioned lower, will give you that.
Okay.
So it has made people looking for jobs, when it comes to negotiation, now they want to mention unrealistic,
outrageous amounts.
Shoot their shot, just so they are not shortchanged.
Okay.
I think it's about time we as employers, let's be truthful on some of the things.
Right.
I have had cases where people came to mention lower. I will give you what is on the band.
Okay.
Of course, salary is confidential, but it has its way of coming out. When the person realizes that they have been shortchanged, check out.
Okay.
So why not say, even when I decide to give you the lower, then maybe it's because I am not too convinced, but then I think that is it. Then after probation, I can give you what is due.
Okay.
So I think we as employers should adapt that habit so that people don't come and mention very unrealistic figures. Because to be honest, it discourages a lot of people. But if you ask me, I always tell people that when it comes to salary negotiation, I'm very proud. I will shoot my shot.
Okay.
I will actually call you before I send you the offer that, you know what, you came to mention this, but this is what I have.
Okay.
Is it possible that you would want to or you wouldn't want to?
Okay.
Okay. Then they'll ask, so after probation, would you increase? I'll tell you the truth. It's neither here nor there. I don't have a policy like that.
Okay.
But then if it is within the time that maybe I'm doing an increment and I think that I want to move people to a band, I will do that.
Okay.
So for me, the negotiation, there's no problem for me at
all. Away from the money, it looks like a lot of people do not consider the other perks as financial reward. So when it comes to insurance, when it comes to loans, when it comes to other things, why is there so much focus on the money?
Money is good. No, if you ask me, I'm being very honest with you. If my employer wasn't giving me health insurance and giving me the money, I like that one.
Okay.
I'm saying that because sometimes in a whole year, I haven't used
it.
But then you see, there's no problem until there's a problem.
Until there's a problem.
But what a lot of people fail to do is that we have something we call the total cost of an employee.
Right.
Total cost factors the salary, the
statutory payments,
even some of the utilities we use. You just have to divide it by whatever it is. The office supplies, all of those things.
They are cost to the employer.
If you happen to enjoy a hybrid, it's also a cost to me. For instance, in my organization where we have a hybrid system, I have purchased the software on everybody's laptop, the activity tracker, which I pay for because I want to be able to see whatever. It cost me money. So
though you are not using supplies in the office because you are working virtually, there is still a cost to it.
And that is a cost.
Yeah.
Because yes, instead of being physical, I've purchased something for you to work in the comfort of your homes. Even with I do a bit of team bonding activity, 3rd Friday, 4th Friday. And all the time, I can't come and let you sit and not give you a bit of goodies.
Yeah.
It's also part of
the cost. It's also cost.
So if I have to put together all that cost, sometimes people just want to look at the salary.
Yeah. Most people.
Like, that's... I don't know whether they want... Maybe it's a myth. Or the other part too is that I think people just don't know. Maybe it's out of ignorance.
Okay.
So sometimes some people will want to come resign. You ask them, why are they resigning? Oh, I have an offer better. Sometimes I sit you down. Okay, that is if you're ready to open up. If you open up, fine. What are they giving you? Then I give you your total cost. This is what it is. So if it's not that the culture or it's something that is pushing you out of the organization, and it's just about the money, we will both sit and talk about it.
Okay.
Then you make your final decision. Some will say, no, HR, I want to see the money. That's okay. But when you put the other sometimes you realize that you're actually even getting more than you offer.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a myth. Aside that, I think it's the ignorance.
Ignorance. People don't take their time to go through the nitty-gritties of it and work out the math to understand.
They don't. Yes, is what's in,
what's coming into the account.
That's it for people. That's just it for people.
Yeah. So, since you mentioned sitting down with people who are exiting, are exit interviews still relevant?
Yes, it is relevant.
Okay.
You can salvage it at a point.
All right.
So, I mentioned team bonding. And I think team bonding or engagement activities is something that I've realized has come to stay.
Okay.
It didn't used to have that popularity. But now you go to organizations and you see that It's something that people do a lot.
Okay.
Now, why team bonding? Or let me use where I am as a case study because it's working for me. So that I'm able to actually give a very classic example. Even before the team bonding, usually before people exit the organization, you are able to tell. How are you able to tell as an HR person? This is where you do these surveys, pulses.
Yeah.
Then you ask people what probably will let them go or make them say or stay about what they want to get, what they enjoy. If you make a mistake and ask about salary, you're dead. Because everybody's
anything but salary.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Everybody, but it's fair. It's fair to ask that question.
I mean, everybody wants increase.
Like me, I love
you know?
money. I love
My boss,
money.
if you are watching.
I love money.
Yeah.
So these surveys help you know. Though it's anonymous, you are able to tell a cross-section whether you even have a team or you don't have a team.
Okay.
Because then you can see, because you're able to tell on the percentage of this to this, when it comes to team bonding, they love. When it comes to this, they don't like it. So out of that, you are able to tell.
Okay.
Do I have a team or not? What I'm doing in terms of team bonding, do they like it or they do not like it?
Okay.
What are the new things I have to introduce? My last quarter or last half, when I did my engagement survey, one of the things was on mental health for me.
Okay.
So it means that in 2026, that must be my focus. Because really, everybody has what makes them stay in the organization.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Okay.
What motivates me is different from what actually motivates you.
True.
Some money, some food, some the culture.
The vision.
That's it
Yeah.
for them.
The people.
So before you actually get to the exit, you might have a hang of it.
Okay.
Now there's also, aside the survey, the pulse, whatsoever, there's also what we call the stay interviews.
Okay.
Before the exit comes,
Okay.
what will make you stay? But you can merge these survey questions with some of these stay interviews, so it gives you a bit of a clear picture.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I mean, usually, let's be very realistic.
Yeah.
Some of the things that come up during these surveys, you and I cannot control.
True.
Especially about money.
Yeah.
And that's what makes some of us our work quite difficult. Because it's as if I'm not an employee. You're looking for money, I'm also looking for money. But
Yeah.
it's up to us, especially from where I sit, this is an HR thing, to find ways to also make people, I can't solve everybody's problem.
Right.
Make people a bit okay.
Okay.
That's why, so for instance, I look out for, I might not put money in your pocket, but let me try and bring you people that can speak to you about financial literacy.
Right.
Because I can give you 100,000 and over. And
If you don't know how to manage it.
That's
yeah.
it.
So let me equip you in that line.
Can I, in terms of mental health, when I bring somebody in, is it possible for me to put a small budget to it so that if you need that service, I can subsidize it for you?
Sure.
These are some. So before you get to that exit,
Yeah.
most of the time, you have a hang of what is happening.
Right.
And I remember so well one of my mentors, what he told me. He said, Vera, this is something that I learned from my mentor. He said, as an HR person, 85% speak to the team, 15% be seated in your office.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Engage your people.
Engage your people. And I think it's some of the things that we as HR, including myself, we fail to do. Because the closer you are with the people, you're able to pick up a couple of things. I am guilty of that.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you're so busy
Yeah.
doing a lot of things.
Your numbers are large.
I'm telling you. So what he said stuck with me.
Okay.
It's like, yes, he's spot on. Because you will pick it up before them. You know, people actually cannot leave the organization because they have relationship with people. Like in terms of, you're actually even scared to bring in the resignation that, oh no, this person, can I leave this person
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is where when you are closer to the people, it becomes quite hard for them to leave
Okay.
the organization. In addition to the culture and other things. So yes,
Right.
it is important, but then before it gets there, you must be able to solve it.
You must create a system that gives you the information you need to change your ways or amend your ways, put in a few things before they get to the exit part. I mean, that actually makes exit more difficult. Is there so much pressure on the employer that the employee does not consider?
A lot. So much. And this question you asked, I am too passionate about this part of it. Because where I find myself as an HR person, I sit between the people.
Yes.
And management.
Yes.
You wish you could do this. Business decision says otherwise. So you find yourself in the middle. And to a large extent, I'll say that I'm choosing my words very carefully.
Sure.
Some employees, sometimes they don't care. Yes, sis, you employed me to do this. Give me my money and let me go.
Okay.
Why are you not caring about some of these things? But behind closed doors, sometimes you virtually have to have your senior people sacrifice for the rest of the team. But these are things they don't see. And sometimes it brings me back to the people who want to see the growth. But in actual fact, for them to even see the growth, they must trust the system.
Okay.
I think that the people that sometimes don't seem to feel for the employer is where they can't trust the system. They actually cannot see the vision.
Right.
Because if I cannot see the vision, I can't see where it's going. There's no transparency. It means everything you're telling me, I don't believe it.
Okay.
Let's go to onboarding, where all these things come up in terms of the vision, the mission, whatsoever. And I think it shouldn't just end at onboarding.
Okay.
It should be things that we should live by. You are constantly communicating the mission, the vision. You're constantly, as much as possible, being transparent with the people. They begin to trust the system. So when you say some of the things, they go like, oh, okay, let's wait and see. It is well or it will be well.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a chain. Several years back, I used to be extremely hard on myself, where I can't solve the problem, so it becomes
a burden.
So much burden on me. I think it comes with experience. But you realize that, you know what? Everybody that walks through that door comes with their own needs.
Yeah.
I cannot satisfy everybody's need. For me, it's about being fair to everybody. Because like I'm saying, what motivates me, there are people that is a thank you that motivates them. Recognize me that I've done A, B, C, D. Some is money. Unfortunately, it looks like all of us are heading towards the money part, including myself.
But still,
you
can dig deeper and find out what else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is why you have some organizations who put together maybe Employee of the Year, employee recognition and stuff like that. Just so even if I don't put the money in your pocket,
you feel valued.
I tell you that I appreciate
you. My boss likes to say that behind every employee who walks through the door are people. So some of them have children behind them. Some of them have spouses. Some of them have parents they are taking care of. So it's not just an individual who comes to work. It's the people that are connected to them. When it comes to the workplace, especially for women in the marketplace, family is a key thing. And sometimes the workplace does not offer them what they need, to be able to thrive personally and professionally. Sometimes they have to choose between keeping the job or going home.
Yeah.
As an experienced HR, what are some of the cases you have had to deal with in this manner? And what's the way forward, so that women can come in, advance without looking back and still not lose their family or have to throw away their jobs?
This is a very sensitive topic,
I know.
especially because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And it's real. And I've had to deal with a number of cases on people having to leave their jobs just because of family whatsoever. And you see, it's not our fault that we as women, we have been created such that we have to reproduce or take care of the family. That is how the system is like. And I think let me look at this from two angles.
Okay.
So, like I'm saying, it's not our fault that you have to go through the childbirth, the menstrual cycle, all those things that women have to deal with. Now, when you take a country like Ghana, for instance, it's quite easy out there because they have alternatives on some of the things.
Okay.
In Ghana, I think some places lack a bit of systems.
Okay.
That is how come it's not even everybody that can do a hybrid system for their team. Because believe you me, if you're doing a hybrid system, you are not monitoring them. I'm telling you, we'll all go to, including myself, we will all go to bed.
Yeah, nobody will do anything.
But how many organizations have the funds, the resources
to be able to track?
To purchase these systems to be able to track their people. So out there, even with them, they are even actually calling back their staff to come back. But out there, the opportunities in terms of job is quite large. Unlike here, that is quite limited. So women all the time have had to fight or do extra to be able to get into the job. Honestly, Euclid, that clients that will sometimes come to you and say, I don't want a woman.
Wow.
In as much as it sounds biased, but can we also sit and think a bit about the business case here?
Okay.
Where it's a job that when you are not there,
it suffers.
So it's not their fault, it's not our fault. I also want to add to the fact that sometimes some of the people, I'll just say just a small portion of them, also do a bit too much. A bit too much. I don't know whether it was the past mentality that was put in us where, as for a woman, yours is the kitchen. So all the time is them. And I think that I'm so happy to see now women standing up for themselves. Women trying to prove it. Women now, in schools now, women are excelling more.
Yes.
What a man can do, a woman can do better.
Yes.
Like the way I put my husband to the test, that I would do this, as much as I have a baby that I'm nursing.
I can still deliver.
That kind of a thing. So it's a dicey one, but sometimes the system is what is kind of doing a disservice to some of us as women. And one of the things I'll also say is that I think when we as women, we are put in certain places, we shouldn't just give people the chance to say, because she's a woman, that is why it's this. I've had to, there's a lady I was working with, exceptional staff, but she has issue in terms of childbirth.
Okay.
She has a child now. Now, due to medical reasons, she has to stay off for a while. This is a very hard decision.
Yeah.
And I think it brings me back to the systems, the policies in place.
Okay.
Really, I think we have the policies and the systems, but there are things that we can look at case on case.
Right.
This is your exceptional staff you don't want to lose. But then the person has to be away for a while. My business will suffer. But I have the chance to be able to have this person work remotely. So it's easy for me. My problem has been solved. But what if it's a place where they don't have the system for the person to work? It's either we are going to negotiate their time and also the person putting in an extra effort to be able to catch up, or probably change the job role of the person. There's always solutions.
There's always a way out.
There's always a way out. Maybe there might not be ways out. And unfortunately, you might have to shake hands and go. Unfortunately, that's the hard one.
Yeah.
But people also do have a business job. So So let's look at it from all the angles and see how best we can meet each other halfway. Then it's not as if being a woman is like
It's like a curse.
apple.
She put us in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean that would be my bit to the woman thing.
Looking at the future of work, what are some skills that every person looking to grow should begin to develop in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think we've actually talked about
Okay.
it during the start. I mean, it always keeps coming up.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the soft skills.
Right.
I mean, soft skills in terms of communication, adaptability, emotional intelligence, punctuality is
Okay.
one of it. And also the digital skills, because, I mean, we are, like, the world is running at a speed because
is.
of technology.
Yeah.
So you should be able to sharpen your digital skills, because, I mean, those days when you have to use like maybe 5 days to 10 days for a project or a report or something. Now you push it into some of these AI tools and it's there for you. So these are about a few of the things, I mean, the skills that we have to sharpen going forward. Because that is it for us. Because like I said in my earlier submission, we've gone beyond the CV, the just technical ability. And now the soft skills is what it is.
What are some soft skills that are underrated, but for employers or HR people, that is a big deal?
I think, I mean, communication is one of it for me. Problem solving. Because you see, you are working in a team. In actual fact, one of the soft skills is like teamwork, collaboration.
Okay.
You're working in a team. If you're somebody who is in a team where you can't, especially when you're a team lead, or you work with people, or you can't even work with people, it's a problem. That's why some of the questions we as HR people will ask is, sometimes we create a scenario. If you're dealing with a difficult staff or a difficult team member, how are you going to? Because as much as possible, okay, you can't work, you are not an island. You have to be able to work with people. So some of the things one of the things I think is very key is also a problem solving skills, or a problem solver, an ability to also work in a team in addition to communication. If you ask me, these are the three that I'll give to you.
Okay. Do you think the future of work is hybrid, remote, or otherwise?
Hello, Max. No, the way the world is changing, you can just not tell what is next. But to be honest with you, the Monday to Friday work, as for that one, I know it will fade off.
Okay.
To be honest with you, currently, if you are giving me a job and it's not hybrid, it will be hard for me to accept the offer. Neither can I also do 100% remote, because really, I think the reason why some organizations are calling their people back is because you need that human interaction. I'll go crazy if I'm alone. Like, well, maybe some people might not agree with me, but I think the human factor is so important. And some of the interviews that I've actually had, people that I'm recruiting for specific roles, I ask, okay, you've been doing remote for a while. Why do you want to move? They go like, okay, I also want the human interaction to it. So with hybrid, yes. Remote is dicey. I don't know what else, since now robots are going to take over some of the jobs now. So,
yeah. What advice would you give to employers when it comes to dealing with their employees, making their time with them better, investing in them, retaining, them based on your experience? What are some of the things that, now you pay attention to more that you think others could use and it will help them?
Yeah, so I think, especially with my wonderful Gen Zs, they have come to stay. We love them.
Yes.
I've realized that people now gear more towards the hybrid system of work.
Okay.
They want a place that has a bit of like an open culture where they can always express themselves.
Okay.
People want to work at places where they can see growth.
Okay.
People want to work at places where they can see that the employer would invest in my development in terms of my career, maybe going back to school, those things. But really, all the things that I've mentioned, that money part of it.
Yeah.
Let's take the hybrid. I think I mentioned earlier in terms of the productivity tracker. When I speak about career in terms of going back to school, all those things is also money. As an HR person, I always tell you that sometimes you have a limited budget in terms of trainings.
Yeah.
But what we as HR people sometimes try to do is that you identify some courses that are not too expensive to be able to. So yes, the money or the resource might not be there, but we always have to find ways to be able to, because you also cannot have your organization, a staff, and you're not investing anything in them.
Yeah.
You get my point? It means that I don't think you actually want to see the growth.
You're just drawing blood.
That's the thing. You're just taking,
Yeah.
and you're not giving back. Aside that, I also want to touch on the employee bit of it.
Sure.
All the time, when you're conducting interviews and you get to, do you have any question for me? One of the questions they ask, is there anything like career growth? And career growth is like the training and the promotion.
Yeah.
I'll put it back to you. What is your definition for career growth and career opportunities?
Okay.
And it's all got to do with, do you give training and all those things? Then I ask them back again. If you happen to find yourself in an organization where they don't have a budget for training, which a lot of organizations don't.
Yeah.
What are you doing to grow yourself?
Okay.
Growth also just doesn't have to do with they've taken me out to train. What I was brought in to do, what have I done to be able to be a better person?
Yeah.
Or what on my own? Does it have to always lie on the employer?
Right.
Or you as the employee? Even sometimes some people come in as interns. You go out and you have learned. Is that also not growth? So can we for a minute not just box ourselves in some of the things?
Yeah.
And also try to look at some of the positive ones around us. Yes, some organizations might have the money to be able to invest in their staff. Some might not. But I also advocate that those who don't, they should also pay attention to that. Because currently, you will lose people if you are not investing in them. That's a fact.
Wow.
Yes. Because everybody doesn't want to be static. Everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants growth. Aside that, in terms of growth, people are looking at promotions.
Okay.
And it's one of the things that also come up a bit during interviews. So I ask, there are organizations whose structure are very flat.
Okay.
There are others that the hierarchy is is wide.
It keeps going.
It keeps going. If you come to me, head of HR, unless I leave before you come.
Yeah.
So, but then you can grow not even in title, but you are also preparing such that even if it's not that place that you're coming to take over, you can go out there and be the head material.
Right. Right.
So let's look at it at both sides.
Okay.
If it's not there, what can I do to be able to prepare myself for that opportunity?
Right.
If it is there, bingo. Some are very fortunate. You'll be surprised some of the budgets that some organizations have in terms of training.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Wow.
But those who can't, what can we also as employees do for ourselves?
Right.
Aside that, yes, we don't have the budget. What can we as employers also do to also help our staff? Listen, there are a lot of courses that are free. There are things that sometimes I fall on my network a lot to be able to help in terms of the trainings
Okay.
whatsoever. So let's just try and strike a balance to some of these things.
Okay. All right. How much of the culture at home affects the culture at work?
A lot. Because from the house you're forming, that's why the parents are the first point of call before the teachers come in. They start forming the habits from home before they move into the schools, then into the workplace. What the children see is what they will do. When you ask people, maybe relationship, casual conversations with your friends, you hear some say, when I was growing up, I saw my mom do this, so I'll do that. But then sometimes they go to a certain stage and they realize that, okay, this is negative. Though I saw it, I will change. But it always starts from your upbringing.
Okay.
There are people that never saw their parents shout at them.
Okay.
So when I come to the workplace and you're shouting at me, I'm gone. They never saw some never saw their parents actually having a conversation.
Yeah.
So it has always been the strict system. So they in turn kind of quell, so they become like introverts.
Okay.
It's hardly that you see people with that upbringing, they change. But it's also, I mean, people also grow up and they change. But that's why it brings me back to saying that when you're working with people, you have to study the people before you are able to, because sometimes the behavior is coming from a point.
Yeah.
So having that it's just like having a performance conversation with a team member. Yes, the rule is there.
Yeah.
Especially somebody you direct, not me as an HR person, but somebody that you directly work with.
Okay.
And especially when the person has been giving you the results and all of a sudden it's become like...
Still.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, conversation. Is there anything bothering you? Why is it like this? Why is it like that?
What's going on?
I remember where so many years, maybe 10 or more years ago, and when I talk, people used to tell me that, why are you shouting?
Oh.
I didn't know that I was...
tone.
The tone. I didn't know I was shouting. Then I was like, maybe I can't vividly remember, but my mom was the strict type who would scream. So maybe I picked it up from there. So it brought my attention to it. So now I'm quite cool when I'm talking. Then another set of people will go like, why do you talk small? Like, I can't even hear you. But I'm just bringing to the point where we are talking about, does the culture...
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It has there are kids that have quelled in their shell because it's always been, they've been shouted at, so they can't express themselves.
Right.
There are kids that have gone through certain schools. That's why we always say that usually even the schools that the kids starts from home, from the school, it kind of builds the confidence or it kills the confidence. But it starts from home because... Yes, when I go to school, my teacher can't tell me anything, but you know that most of the time is the parents that the kids listen to. The teacher can tell you.
The parent is the biggest influence.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You are smart. You are this. You are that. It has a way of rubbing the child.
Yeah.
So for me, it has a lot to play. The upbringing.
So, drawing the curtains. You are a mother. You are raising another generation who will enter the workspace. What do you think parents should begin paying attention to, even whilst they have younger children or children who are maybe nowhere near the workforce right now? If it really begins at home, what should we as parents start being intentional about, even before our children mature to enter the workforce?
So I chanced upon a podcast, and I don't remember the name of the person, but he made a very profound statement, and I 100% agree with person. He said, if you're a parent and your child can't do a simple thing now, like he wakes up, lays his bed,
Okay.
you should know that you are bringing up the child to fail.
Wow.
Now let's analyze what's the statement he made in bits and pieces. Getting up, laying your bed is a training. It's telling you to be responsible.
Yeah.
At the workplace, you need to be responsible because you've been given a task. So if you're able to leave your bed scattered, leave your room as well scattered, it means that it's the norm. It means that when I give you work at the workplace, you can decide whether to do it well or to do it haphazardly. Like, it has a lot of forms to it. I picked it from that angle and said that no. Because of that, sometimes when I go to the house and they've not laid their bed, I'm scared. Like, oh my God, what did I do wrong?
Right.
But really, I think we can give all the theories and everything to raising a child. But aside trying to imbibe the values and everything, I also believe that you need the grace of God.
Definitely.
Because I know there are kids who were brought up
Very well.
but at the end of the day,
They turned out otherwise.
you just need the grace of God, but you also have to get the basics right.
Yeah.
So coming back to what he said, responsibility.
Okay.
So how are we raising the little chores we give to them? Do we leave them to, whilst we are in the kitchen, especially with me that have boys? Is it because I don't have a girl and it's like cooking is termed a woman's thing, so they won't cook, but you can eat.
Right.
You will cook.
If you can eat, you can cook.
My son one time told me that this is a woman's job. And I was like, do you eat? So if you don't help, you won't eat.
Okay.
That is a perception he has, but it's up to me
to change it.
So you start from the little chores because they are responsible. It makes them try to be responsible. Yeah. And at workplace is responsibility and being disciplined in terms of laying your bed.
Yeah.
And for my earlier submission, I mentioned discipline.
Yes.
Workplace discipline. Aside that, when you are laying your bed every day, consistency, you start building it from there.
Yeah.
So, as a mother that is raising 2 teenage boys, if I have to, most of the time, if I have to speak to them, I also talk about their timing.
Okay.
I tell them, do you think it's for nothing I get to work the time I get to work? Do you think it's for nothing that they know that I'll deliver at this time?
Right.
Do you think it's for nothing that my boss knows that when she says I should be here at this time, I am there? It's not for that.
Yeah.
That trust. So I can't start raising you. You wake up the time that you want to. It's hard.
Yeah.
Especially when now that we are career people and you can hardly pay attention to some of the things. Sometimes I get home, God, I am battered.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like I don't even want to say a word to anybody.
Yeah.
But we kind of have to make that effort. Otherwise, I don't know the kind of people we will be raising. So these are about a few things that we as parents, giving them those responsibilities, making them accountable.
Yeah.
Even when you give them money, how do they utilize it? Start some of these habits early with them. And I think to a large extent, it will help when they transition into the work environment.
I could talk to you all day. But we need to draw the curtains. So thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being so resourceful and blessing our community with your experience and knowledge.
I'm humbled.
I'm sure you'll come back.
Definitely. Definitely come. I will come back.
Certainly.
Yes.
Thank you.